Permit me to digress for a moment to attempt to explain why this Enlightenment challenge is so significant for our purposes. Consider the unprecedented action that the American revolutionaries took in 1776. No colonies in the modern era had declared their independence from the country that had founded them. If the Enlightenment philosophers such as Locke and Voltaire and Montesquieu had not laid the challenge to the organic concept of society, there would have been no intellectual basis for the American Revolution. If the British Empire was an organic entity, then for the American colonists to separate themselves from the organic whole would be tantamount to surgically removing a vital organ, such as the liver, from a person's body, tossing it aside, and expecting either the organ or the organism to survive. Many historians consider the American Revolution to be a minor revolution, as opposed to the French Revolution a few years later, or the Russian Revolution in the early part of the 20th century, because whereas the French and Russian revolutions were about destroying social class and privilege, the American Revolution was simply about severing the political ties between the colonies and the British government. Unlike the French and Russian revolutionaries, the Americans did not round up and execute aristocrats. There was a time when I shared this view. More recently, however, I've come to conclude that the American Revolution is a major event in human history, or at least the culmination of a significant intellectual revolution that began with Locke and the other Enlightenment thinkers. Thomas Jefferson writes in the Declaration of Independence, "Whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as shall seem to them most likely to affect their safety and happiness." This very eloquent passage reflects the artificial mechanical assumptions of the atomistic concept of society.